Hey guys, so today I'm going to be doing my 6-month post-op video about my rhinoplasty. So 6 months ago I got my nose done in Mexico. I'll leave the doctor's name down below. I know I get still a lot of questions about who my doctor was, and I actually put it in the description of the other video just because I would get so many DMs every day. But in this video, I'm going to be showing you guys how my nose looks now compared to how it looked in the beginning, and also give you guys an update on the stitching and everything, and answer some of your most frequently asked questions because I get a lot of questions. So if you guys want to know more about that, then keep on watching. So I'm just going to start off by showing you guys my nose. So it's been 6 months since I got my surgery, and this is how it looks like from the front. And then from the side, it looks like this. And then from the other side, it looks like this. So yeah, that's how my nose is looking like now. I definitely see that it got less swollen around the tip area, and it definitely doesn't feel sensitive anymore. I remember in the beginning it felt like all kinds of ants in there, but now it doesn't feel like that anymore. It just feels totally normal. I'll also remember to include some pictures of how my nose looked like when I first got the cast off and now how it looks like now, just so you guys can see a better comparison of how much it's changed. So if right now you're barely getting your nose done, or if you barely got your cast off and you think, oh my god, it looks terrible, trust me, it's really swollen and it's gonna go down. The doctors usually say that it takes up to a year for your nose to be completely healed, so who knows, maybe my nose is still gonna change some more, but as of right now, I'm really happy with the results. And one of the biggest differences that I noticed is how much the swelling has gone down since the last time I filmed the video. Honestly, in the beginning, my tip was really rounded and pointed, but I still thought it was good, but now I even think it's better, and I can definitely see the difference now than before. Another thing that people ask me a lot is how I feel now about my nose. Do I still like it? Do I have any regrets? And I'm really happy with the way that my nose looks, especially from the front. I think a lot of people mainly think that the side is what's the biggest difference, but I truly think that the front of my nose also has a really big difference. Before, when I would smile, I look back at photos now and I can't even imagine that was my nose. It used to look so droopy and almost big and bulky, but flat in a way from the front. And when I would smile, it would just look so bulky. And now it just looks smooth. It looks like look, there's no weird texture in it. I don't know. Before, it used to have like kinds of cracks and like lumps. It was just so weird. And then from the side, obviously before, I would hate taking side pictures. I wouldn't even like my side. And now obviously I'm so much more confident in it, and I am so happy that I went to that doctor just because I saved so much money. And I know that even if I didn't right here, I would have, I don't know if I would have been happy with the results, like I have no idea. But I really like how he did it. I think it looks still really natural. It didn't really change how I looked that much, but I know in the inside, it made me feel so much better about myself. I get asked a lot about the doctor that I went with, and I'll put his information down below. Basically, his facility is located in Tijuana, Mexico, and it is about 10 minutes away from the border, so it's not that far away. You don't have to go like all deep into Mexico to be there, and the place is really safe. Everything seems good. I really recommend the doctors there. They do speak English. Another thing is, they asked me how I knew that he was reliable. I basically would watch YouTube videos. I tried looking for YouTube videos. I know that he has some that he made himself, kind of explaining the surgeries that he does. I also use the app Real Self. It is such a good app if you guys are looking to do any plastic surgery. It is such a good app. They have reviews there from customers. Even the doctors do videos. He answers questions there. Everything. That app is the best. I use basically those two. Oh, and Instagram, I used it. A lot of people also wonder about my experience of how I traveled there. Basically, I drove all the way down to San Diego, where they picked us up at the airport, at the San Diego airport. The shuttle took us all the way to the clinic, And I stayed at the clinic because I didn't want to be walking around worrying about getting food and stuff, just because me and my mom didn't really know the area. They do have Uber Eats, however we didn't really know how to use it, so that's why I stayed at the hotel. Then afterwards they took us back to the San Diego airport, where I drove all the way back home. And then exactly a week later I went back in the airplane to go fly to San Diego. They picked us up again at the airport, and then they took us to the clinic. I got my cast removed, got more tape on, and then I flew back home that same day. So that is basically the experience, and you do need your passport and ID. I'm just gonna give you guys some tips now if you guys are gonna go to my doctor. Some things that I wish I would have known when I went with him. Well, in the beginning of the consultation, he doesn't really explain to you much. He kind of assumes that you just know what he's gonna be doing. I don't even think he was gonna tell me that he was gonna cut my nostrils unless I asked him to. So the biggest thing that I suggest for you guys to do is to take a list of questions. Write down your concerns, write down everything that you want to ask. Even ask him about aftercare, about everything. Write it down and take a notepad with you or something. That way you don't forget, because I can almost guarantee you that it's so hard to think of questions on the spot. After I left the consultation, I would be like, damn it, I wish I would have asked this. Like, damn it, I wish I would have asked this. But of course I didn't know. Nobody told me that he wasn't really going to be that talkative. So please just take a list of questions and concerns. Also, the biggest thing is to take a picture, to take a reference picture of from his page of a nose that you like and a nose that you don't like, and make sure they're from his page, just so he knows that he obviously did the nose, he knows what he did different, and just so he kind of gets an idea of what type of nose you're looking for, what how you want the outcome to be. Another random things that I didn't really know that was gonna happen was that my lip was gonna completely go numb and even kind of shrink. I feel like, I don't know if it's because they just cut my nostrils right here, but I swear to God, I felt like my um lips shrunk. Like there was like a point where I'd be like, oh my God, my lips got so much smaller. Like they just felt like they got so much smaller. So if you're looking at yourself right now and you're thinking I look like a completely different person, trust me, it's gonna go back to normal. It went back to normal probably after 3 months of my surgery, but I remember I would get so concerned about that. But and also another thing that really concerned me was the texture of my skin on my nose. There would be so many pores and it would just be so oily, and I just wouldn't know what to do. But I bought some masks. I used a lot of skincare stuff, and my nose is starting to get back to normal. It's no longer peeling, it's no longer flaking away. It's just does get oily pretty, I feel like, more than it used to before, but I'm hoping that it goes back to normal. It'll go back to normal after a couple months. Another thing that people ask me a lot is about my scars. I basically got cut right here on the sides of my nostrils and in the center. And my scars now are completely faded. There is no signs of scarring. It is a little bit darker around these areas of my nose though. It's red when I don't have makeup on. Another thing that I noticed is that around month 4, I started to get a really bad scar right here, and I got super freaked out because it was even starting to form like a ball of scar, and I thought like, oh my God, I'm gonna have to get it like surgically removed. Like that totally ruined everything. Like now my nose just looks ugly again. But I just continued to apply the polysporin on there, and I would clean it really good every single day. And then after about 2 weeks, no, it wasn't even 2 weeks, probably like about a month later, it went away. A lot of people were also wondering if I were to use tape in the night to, I know some doctors recommend for you to tape your nose. I didn't do that. I actually did end up buying some tape just in case, but I didn't end up using it. I used it once and then I just stopped using it. So that's all that I have for today. And if you guys have any more specific questions that you guys want me to answer, you guys can always comment them down below, or you guys can DM me on Instagram. And also please subscribe if you guys want to keep on watching more videos. And thank you guys so much for watching. Bye.